welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, come on in. My name's Kirsty. I make psychic and spiritual content. So if that's your kind of thing, please do stick around and join our lovely community by hitting the subscribe button down below. If you are not new here, welcome back, come on in, get settled in and enjoy the video. What I would really appreciate is if you could like, share, comment, subscribe. All of it really helps me to grow this channel. And if you'd like your own personal and private reading with me, I do offer those, and I'll leave all the links in the description for those down in the description box or the comments below. I just want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope that the video or reading that follows offers you something that you can take away and incorporate into your own life for your own journey. Thank you so much for being with me today. I'm sending you all the light and love. Again, welcome to the video and enjoy. Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new reading. Today I am reading for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I don't know him, so I actually didn't even know what his name was, but I have just seen that they've got engaged, which is really lovely, so congratulations to them. And I have to say, tapping into the energy around them, really nice, really lovely energy. I was actually like, oh spirit, let me stay here, because it's it's so lovely. Oh my goodness, it feels like such a healthy love. And the kind of topic I wanted to tap in onto in this reading is, do you have to kiss a few blah blah blah. The kind of, oh my goodness, spit out your words, Kirsty. The kind of topic I wanted to dive into with this reading is, do you have to kiss a few frogs to find your prince? Because we know that Taylor Swift has had a history of dating different guys, and she's always been dragged for it in the press. So is that true? Has she found her prince? Let's get into the energy. Let's see what it says. But from what I'm feeling, really beautiful energy. And I don't know him. I know he plays sports. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan like that at all. I don't follow her at all. I've just seen this, like, you know, when it pops up on like your social media and stuff. So I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's a football player or I think it's football. Because I don't think it's basketball. I think it is football. So yeah, don't know his energy, but from what I'm feeling on his energy, I feel like when these two got together, it was unexpected somewhat. And I know that Taylor has received a bit of backlash, like, because I did see that she's received a bit of backlash from fans, like the sports fans and stuff. And again, Spirit's saying it's because of the reputation. But the thing about Taylor Swift is very intelligent, and when she's dated men, you know, Spirit is saying that she was never going to be a woman who settled down very, like, straight away. She wanted to make sure that the man she settled down with was the right man. And what Spirit is saying is, and this is what I wanted to dive into, can you meet your childhood sweetheart and that be the love for the rest of your life? Now, if you've watched my recent heartbreak video, that's what I believed. I believed, like, you met your sweetheart and that's it, you're together forever. And I believe that for some people that is the case. But I also believe that now, like in this phase of life that I'm in as well, you should, not that you should, I hate the word should because everyone's journey is different, but it is good to meet different people and experience different people, because then you know for certain what you want. And I do feel with Taylor that this was always the case for her. She was very career focused and she wanted to experience, she wanted to kiss her frogs. And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. And I do feel like because of the frog she's kissed, it has landed her prince. So I know we're getting straight into it, but I think that's answered the question. Shall we shut off the video now? I do feel like you do have to kiss some frogs to find your prince. And I'm just staring at a picture of them in case you saw me do that. My screensaver on my laptop just went black. But I do feel like it was unexpected, and I feel like because of her reputation, the sports fans wasn't keen on her being with him, because it was almost like, I feel like they felt she was going to distract him, or that it wasn't serious, she was going to break up with him, you know, he was going to be another one of her frogs. But I don't think so. And I actually feel that this is for the long haul. Like, I feel like I said, she's not silly. And I feel like she had to go through dating those guys to get to this man. And she wasn't going to say yes. I feel like Taylor Swift, if someone proposed to her and she didn't want to do it, she's not going to say yes for the sake of it. It would be no. She knew that she was dating to find her husband, you know. And so here we are. And I do feel like she's found her husband. I feel like she's found her life partner. And I'm going to be very honest. When I tapped into their energy and I shuffled the cards a little bit, because we're going to start shuffling them now, the Empress card came over. And yeah, there we go. That's just what I was talking about. I'm going to actually leave those to the side because that is what I was just talking about. So it showed me the energy of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I saw the Empress card come over. Now, the Empress card is, look at that. Told you. You can't make this stuff up. Energy is real, guys. Energy is real. There she is. There's a baby coming for these two. Quite imminently. I'm not sure if it's before the marriage or after the wedding. Before the wedding or after the wedding. July next year is coming in very, very close to them. Either for the wedding or for the baby. But there's a baby coming. The Empress is all about birth. It's all about mothering. Becoming a mother. And I feel like it will be a little girl. I feel like it's a little girl. I do feel a little girl's energy around them. Now, I also feel with these two that they're both very, like, he's very paternal, she's very maternal in terms of their pets. I know that I know that Taylor Swift loves her cats, but that is coming up here as well. And they share that. They share their love of animals. Okay, here we go. Right. Let's get some more cards so I can see what else is going on here. Okay. 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 4 more cards for Taylor. Okie dokie. 4 more cards for Taylor and Travis. Okay. Final cards for Taylor and Travis, please, Spirit. Okay. Interesting set of cards. Okay, first 2 cards, the Empress and the Fool. Now, as I was telling you, the Empress showed up before I turned on the camera. The Empress is all about birth. It's about becoming a mother. It's tied to the Fool. The Fool is a card of risk. Now, when I tap into this energy, I feel like because of Taylor's age, and I know Taylor's not old, she's not an old in age, she's still young, but I do feel like she's being told, like, you need to have kids now, and there's a risk. I feel like she's being told about her getting pregnant. In fact, there's a risk here for both of them. Okay, there's a few things coming through this card. So the risk is like a young, adventurous energy. And I feel like for both of these two, when they first got together, there was people in his ear saying, don't get with her. She breaks up with men. She breaks men's hearts, and then she writes music about it. And then I feel like there was people saying to her, don't get with him. He's a sportsman. He's going to cheat on you, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like they fell head over heels with each other. Why do fools fall in love? Why do birds sing so gay? That's what I'm feeling here. They just fell in love instantly. And it felt risky in the beginning, but it's bloomed into something very beautiful. But also, like I said, I do feel because of the age thing and tied to the Empress and the pregnancy, I do feel she is being told by doctors and stuff like, okay, you're older. There are risks. I'm just hearing that come up. And I do feel like she may have some scares in her pregnancy, but I'm just going to send her healing over that because I do feel it will all be fine. But yeah, they hit it off from the very, very beginning. I'm just going to touch on these two because they did come up. This is talking about what I just said about how Taylor wasn't really welcomed into the sports field in the beginning. So Queen of Swords is about having your defenses up and your guard up. And I feel like when she went into, like, when she started showing up at the games and stuff, she was a bit, her walls were up a bit. Knight of Wands is about cautious energy when it comes to career. So there was caution around this union, but it wasn't them. Like, they were this energy. Like, between the two of them, they were this energy, but from everyone else, it was this energy. It was like, be cautious, keep your wits about you, keep your guard up, don't let he's a sportsman, he's gonna cheat on you, she's this, she's that. So that was the energy that came out first. But I just want to push that to the side because it doesn't really matter, because they followed their hearts and it's really made something really, really beautiful here. So love that for them. And like I said, I do see a baby girl on the way for them, and possibly a dog, because I'm seeing a puppy around them as well. Anyway, Ten of Swords and Page of Pentacles. Now, this is in connection to, I feel, Travis's career. So, sorry if you're any fans of his, but I do feel something coming that stops him playing the sport. Ten of Swords is about dramatic endings. Page of Pentacles is about new career ventures, and I feel like an injury or something is coming. I'm being drawn to his leg. Spirit's making me feel like something is pulled, and I feel like he can't play the game anymore. It doesn't shut down his career. Again, I feel like it just opens up a new career path for him, but it is here. Spirit keeps talking. Yeah, Spirit keeps wanting to take me down south. Now, I know, obviously, Taylor's from the south, right? She's from Tennessee. But I keep hearing, actually, Arizona's not in the south. I keep hearing Arizona. Arizona's not in the south. It's Midwest, right? There's a move that comes with his career change. Spirit's saying it takes him out of the home. So wherever he moves to do his new career, I see him having to leave the home. It's just a change for them, and that's why it's come in here, but it is there. It is there for them. The Hermit and the Moon. Okay, interesting energy. Okay, so going back to the topic of this video, do you have to kiss your frogs to find your prince? These two cards coming out here, it's interesting. At the heart of the reading, these were his cards and these are her cards. Taylor's done the work. She's done the work, and I think you can see it in the way her music's matured as well. Like I said, I don't follow her, but I do, like, I've heard a few songs, and her music has matured, and I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong, or tell me if I'm right if you're a fan of hers, because I haven't heard a lot of her new music, but I've heard the odd song. I feel like you can hear in her lyrics just the amount of work that she's done. There's been a lot of reflection. There's been a lot of internal going within, a lot of introspection. She did have to check herself and be like, okay, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? But she's done that, and it's led her to here, where she was able to carry on and go forward and find a love that was healthy and that is, happy and isn't toxic like she was before, or where she wasn't feeling less than, or like she had to shrink herself or anything like that. Like, Spirit is saying that this wasn't just by chance, like she did the work. And again, this work that she did led her to find new love, and it killed any old habits. It killed the cycle that she was in of going into new relationship and into new relationship and into new relationship. The work that she did led her to this new love. That enabled her to transition. So yes, you do have to kiss a few frogs, but equally you have to do the work. If you want a happy, healthy relationship, you also have to do the work, and that's what Spirit's saying with the energy here. But ultimately, it feels happy. It feels long-lasting. It feels safe. It feels comfortable. They feel relaxed. It just feels so lovely, like so lovey-dovey. Like I said, I could stay in this energy. I could just stay here. But yeah, that's really it. Very short and sweet. You do have to kiss a few princes. I mean, oh my gosh, Kirsty. You do have to kiss a few frogs to find your prince. But it is worth doing that so that you know what you want, but also you have to do the work. And it's clear that Taylor's done that. And it's enabled her to find her man. So sending all the love to them. It is a short and sweet reading because, like I said, there's no drama here, there's no anything here, there's no toxicity to dive into. It just is what it is. I think people would like it to be something else, but it isn't. It really is just nice and lovely. So sending all the love to them. Congratulations to them. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, hit a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see more spiritual content, and I will see you soon for another reading, lovelies. Bye.